Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. I can't quite believe it either. There's been a new Call of the Dead Easter egg found in 2019. Really? It's awesome. So, I need to give a shout out to Spencecool who has found this, except this isn't like a conventional Easter egg find. I want to give a full disclaimer here. Spencecool says this was found using a tool that has been recently released that allows you to look at the scripts of zombies maps, and those scripts are basically the components that make the Easter egg happen in game. So you'll have a list of scripted triggers and things like that in maps that you need to interact with, and it's those scripts that then react to what you're doing and give you the next step of the Easter egg and all those sorts of things. Spencecool used this tool to look at the scripts to find this egg rather than just trying it in game, but seeing as it's such an old egg that hasn't been found until now and would probably have otherwise never been found, I think that it's pretty much fair game at that point. So, how do you do this? Well, you're gonna need to jump onto Zombies Chronicles in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and you'll want to boot up Ascension, which is a bit left field, but bear with me here. The map Ascension was the first to ever get a full Easter egg, and obviously, granted, it's very short, and it doesn't really give you that much at the end, you just get your death machines, but it was still the first egg ever. But because the death machines felt so weird at the time, people were convinced that there was another step, and there were a few things that the community really latched onto to try and do further things with. And one of those things was the red telephones on the walls. It turns out that those telephones now are going to be what we're using for this Easter egg. So the first thing you'll want to do is just turn on the power like normal. I believe that it's at least a safe bet to activate the 3 lunar landers and then blast the rocket off into space. I don't think you actually need to do that bit. I think you just need power, but still, doesn't hurt if you want to try this in your game. And then you're going to want to find 3 red telephones around the map in the locations I'm going to show you now. The first location is just next to Widow's Wine. You can see that it's on the right-hand side of the perk machine. The second is near Mule Kick, kind of opposite it. There's a TV on the wall which shows you where the mystery box is going to be, and below that is your second telephone. And then your third telephone is going to be all the way back in the spawn area, literally where you spawn in on the lunar lander, kind of behind like a little metal box. This can be done in any order, but you need to wait around for those telephones to ring, and then you need to knife them. You'll hear a little kind of electrical discharge noise, the phone becoming disconnected, unplugging or whatever, each time you do it. And after you've done those 3 phones in those 3 different locations, the Easter egg song, written and performed by Avenged Sevenfold, called Not Ready to Die, from Call of the Dead, that is basically written for Call of Duty Zombies. The lyrics we'll take a look at in just a second. That song will start playing. I'm so carried away with this. It was a huge thing back then. You had the George Romero poster, you had Avenged Sevenfold on there, you had Avenged Sevenfold's own Call of Duty Zombies, Call of the Dead poster as well. There was some crazy stuff going on back there with that band and with zombies, and that song plays in the map, which is super cool. Just the fact that there's a callback to Call of the Dead happening now in 2019, I think is really cool, seeing as especially Call of the Dead wasn't included in Zombies Chronicles, but this video doesn't end here, okay? There's something else I want to say. It's very interesting, very interesting that we found this now, or rather Spencecool found this now, and it's kind of a too good to be true coincidence, because what's just happened in the most recent trailer for this new operation? Danny Trejo's in there. Danny Trejo, playable character in Call of the Dead, also has a great taco chain. Time and time again, what we see is that when things go into Blackout and when things go into the multiplayer, there's a good chance that those things are also coming to zombies. Realistically, development time on Black Ops 4 is probably split right now about 80% Blackout and multiplayer and 20% zombies, maybe even a wider ratio than that. And as such, zombies is very likely to follow the things that are happening in those other modes, so they actually have material to use. And if Danny Trejo is in Blackout, does that mean that the Call of the Dead crew are gonna appear in the Great War? Are we gonna have a moment where the sides of the battle are assembling, endgame style? You've got Monty maybe working with the Shadow Man to try and overthrow the crew, because the crew are out here trying to reset all of time and space across the multiverse to prevent 115 from ever getting to Earth in the first place, which would absolutely be against the wishes of Monty and the Shadow Man together, so they might team up to kind of overthrow the greater threat to their entire existence. And so they'll be on one side, and then we'll have Primus and Ultimus and Victus and the Call of the Dead crew potentially, and Peter and Samantha and young Eddie and Sally maybe, and all of these other characters appearing in this map. It could be absolutely awesome. And so I figured I'd mention that as just food for thought, that yes, this is a Call of the Dead Easter egg that got found in an old game, but there is Call of the Dead stuff happening presently as well. There was actually a little mention I made of Call of the Dead yesterday in my video about Atlantis and the potential location where the summoning key was hidden, and how that relates to Alpha Omega and a new Easter egg that got found in there that relates to Revelations as well. God, everything is so interconnected in zombies, man. Anyway, I said I would take a quick look at the lyrics of the song just because it's really interesting. It literally starts off, "Gone, cast away in time, evil yours, now evil mine." And then it goes on to talk about the voices in my head. Again, Alpha Omega is full of people talking about the voices in their head. Purnell, Yuri, I mean, Richtofen obviously as well, interacting with Purnell, a lot of it. And then there's one line in there, "Burn it down, control them all." Alpha Omega ending, hello. Samantha's literally like, we're gonna go back to the house and we're gonna burn it down, all of it, and wipe the universe clean of Monty, the Shadow Man, and everything tainted by 115. I just thought it was cool that there are elements that are in that song that still to this day have some kind of meaning if you want to explore them in that kind of mindset. And that goes for a lot of the zombies songs. Like, they're really written very well because they constantly feel present. They never really feel dated, which is just so cool. And maybe, I guess, is a sign that the game itself hasn't changed that much in the last 10 years. But hey, I'm seeing the positive here. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This has been a little Call of the Dead Easter egg in 2019. Pretty damn cool. If you guys want me to go back and maybe do like another playthrough of Call of the Dead like I did with Syndicate back in the day, let me know, because I would really like to get him on board to do something like that. And I think it could be a fun way to sort of do a zombies throwback to something really nostalgic for a lot of you guys. So let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. I have been MrRoflWaffles, and I'll see you hopefully very soon in more zombies videos. Bye for now.